Hello and welcome. So 2 news points. 230 the lead, 6 wickets down. That's the score. So exactly 230. The pitch has no demons. You are clearly seeing that the pitch has no demons. It is pretty flat. The sun is out. Perfect weather conditions at the Oval. India will need as many as they can. We know Rishabh Pant and Shardul Thakur both can be very damaging. We know what the two of them can do. We know what Rishabh Pant did in Australia. We know what Shardul Thakur did even in this particular test match and also in Australia. We know what Rishabh Pant has done in the past at the Oval. So in every sense, this is a very, very important partnership. The moment the lead crosses 250, England will also start to feel the pinch. And the good thing is the new ball is still, it's what, 40 overs old now? So that shine, etc. has all gone. So there is no threat of that. So there is no threat of that at all. Clearly, Rishabh and Shardul will have to apply. So far, Rishabh has looked good. If you see, there has been not one chase. If you really look at it, this particular innings, he has not come down the track even once trying to blast the ball from Oval to Lords. That has not happened. And the second thing is he has not danced down the track and chanced his arm and tried to do anything like that. And that angle hasn't taken him by surprise. Every time he has been very solid in his forward defense. So that has been the hallmark of this Rishabh Pant innings so far. And by the way, 30-40 balls already under his belt. That will give him a decent amount of confidence, because the moment you start getting the ball in the middle of the bat, 40-50 balls out there, Rishabh Pant is a handy batsman, the very, very important batsman in that Indian wheel, and all of us know that. A decent Rishabh Pant 35-40 will set this match up. Another 25 odd from him, 15 odd from Shardul, another 40-50 runs, and automatically you will be 275 up. The moment you are 275 up, however docile the pitch might look, it is a challenge. 275 day 4, third session, and day 5 is going to be a challenge for any batting lineup, and England is no different. So according to me, 275 is what India should first aim for. So another 45 odd runs. Another 45 odd runs India really needs to be really challenging, because 275 they will now feel, or if they get there, they will start to feel that the bowlers have something decent to bowl at. Also, 120 plus overs of batting, that is good to see. That is 110-15 overs of batting, good to see. As you were seeing that statistic, after about a decade and a half, India has, rather more than that, India has batted 100 plus overs in the second innings at the Oval. So in that sense, there was serious application. Now coming to the wickets, and obviously Ajinkya Rahane is a talking point. He did not look the part at all. Let us not mince our words. Ajinkya Rahane did not look the part at all. Got that reprieve because of the DRS, the ball missing the stumps, and it looked like that. But frankly, no shot offered. He had misjudged the line. It was middle stump line going up. So that was a reprieve for Ajinkya Rahane. And then the ball coming in, he's bending over, not looking the part. Clearly very uncertain in his foot movement. Not in the, any good touch at all. And that was a costly failure for his team, and can well prove to be a costly failure for Ajinkya Rahane going into Manchester. Because if you really take a look, except that Lord's innings, he hasn't looked convincing any innings. So this could well open the door for a Surya Kumar Yadav. As far as I'm concerned, Ajju unfortunately is not looking good. The confidence, the body language hasn't really been up to the mark. I have no problems with the Jadeja promotion, because right, left, and by the way, 59 odd balls by Ravindra Jadeja clearly played out the new ball, the shine of the new ball with 10 overs of batting. That was an excellent thing that he did. So decent enough partnership with Virat, 50 plus partnership with Virat, which was also very, very important. So Ajinkya is becoming that chink in the armor, because the moment Ajinkya comes in, if you see, he's not looking confident at all. The forward movement is not happening. If you go check that Melbourne innings, and I was trying to see videos, the foot was going. Here it is falling over again. He's clearly very, very jittery. Obviously, it will happen to any batsman if he or she is not scoring. And it is happening to Ajinkya Rahane. So Can India start to look, give him a rest, give him a break? Because, there's no point pushing it at this point in time. Give him a bit of a break because he's got to make a comeback. And unfortunately, the confidence is not getting any better with repeated failures. Surya Kumar Yadav in the ranks can very well make his debut in Manchester, from what I understand. Mayank Agarwal also in the ranks, but ideally for Ajinkya Rahane, you would want a Surya Kumar Yadav, because a middle order for a middle order will be a straight shift. A Surya Kumar Yadav could very well come in Manchester for Ajinkya Rahane for two reasons. One, the body language and the confidence when he's batting is not there. You can get out. You can get out to an unplayable ball. You can get out to a nick from a real Jaffa. That's not happened with Ajinkya. If you take a look at Ajinkya's dismissals, you will know that here's a man who's really struggling for form. And that's one of the reasons why the Indians may be tempted to look beyond Ajinkya Rahane. Give him a break, give him a bit of a rest, and go to Surya Kumar Yadav for that Manchester Test match. Okay, so that's one news point that I want to make here. The second news point that I want to make here is that Virat Kohli wicket. The ball just held its line. The Indian captain very upset, disappointed. The three boundaries that he played today, boom, beautiful cover drive. Couple of those and that one straight drive. When he plays that cover drive, Virat Kohli is picture perfect. He's like a painting, that cover drive. You would have wanted the Indian captain to be there and take that lead to 250. That ball from Moeen just held its line. Virat tried to play soft hands, came forward, but the ball held its line. He played for the turn, hit it and gone. That was a critical moment of play. I mean, unfortunately for India, that was a really, really critical moment of play, the Virat Kohli wicket. Had that wicket not fallen, it was still India. 230 for 5 would have been India. Now 50-50. Because that's why, once this one is gone, it's Umesh, Bumrah and Siraj. Very little to come. So really, this partnership is your last real partnership to get those 45-50 runs. That's why that Virat Kohli wicket is so very critical. You just feel a little gutted with that wicket going down. 212 for 6. The captain looking extremely good. He was looking solid, outside off, leaving those balls, driving balls, going for the shots. He was looking very, very solid, Virat Kohli. And that particular wicket could well be the defining moment in that game if Shardul Thakur and Rishabh Pant doesn't really add another 40-50, 35-40 runs. That was the real defining point in the first half of the game. Now to some off-field news. Let me give you the updates. All of the Indian support staff who have been isolated, 4 of them, Nitin Patel, Bharat Arun, R. Sridhar and Ravi Shastri, all of them have undergone RT-PCR tests. As the news point, all of you know, Ravi Shastri's lateral flow test came positive. Bharat Arun, Sridhar and Nitin Patel, all of them were considered close contacts. As a result, all 4 of them have been isolated. They have all now done RT-PCR tests. All of the RT-PCR results, including that of Ravi Shastri, will come this evening. So by about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock India time, maybe slightly later, you will get to know the results of the RT-PCR tests of Ravi Shastri, Bharat Arun, Nitin Patel, and of course R. Sridhar. As far as physical discomfort is concerned, from what I know, none of them have any kind of physical discomfort, including Ravi. Ravi too has, the only thing that Ravi has at this point in time is back pain, slight back pain. But other than the back pain, Ravi is in no kind of physical discomfort. God willing, thoughts are with him, fingers crossed. It should not happen. The others, Bharat, Sridhar and Nitin, they are in no kind of physical discomfort whatsoever. And that is another news point that I just want to tell you very, very categorically on Sports Today. So we are all awaiting the results of the RT-PCR tests that have been conducted. And I hope, I pray, sincerely hope that the Indian think tank, the management and the physio, they come all RT-PCR negative, including Ravi Shastri. So, these days in England, we all know there is no bubble. It's a controlled environment where where did you pick up that infection from? 30,000 people in the ground. Jarvo, that idiot comes and bangs into a player. So, it's not the same bio-bubble environment. And that's quite bizarre, isn't it? I mean, no bio-bubble whatsoever almost. And in Australia, our women are in 14 days of hard quarantine where they can't even get out of the room, can't even speak to each other, can't even meet each other, leave alone train. So it's a weird world. It's a weird world because of COVID. Very different norms in very different places in two different parts of the world. Yes, because of vaccination as well. So that's the reality. But coming back to the Indian think tank, as I said, none of them, and that's very important, are any kind of visible physical discomfort. And Ravi Shastri had a bit of back pain. Hopefully by this evening, I mean, the RT-PCR results will show negative. Thoughts with Ravi. Prayers are with Ravi, and of course, with all of the Indian think tank, just fingers crossed, hope nothing really happens to any one of them. Post-lunch, big session. Could well be the defining session of this test match. As I said, India needs another 45 runs. You will have to get to 275. You get to 275, you're big time competitive with that bowling attack. However docile the pitch might look at the moment, the new ball will do something. You get in early inroads, the new ball will do something, and you will well also be into the last session of play. Because if you get a 45-50, which means you batted another hour plus. So that's another, you'll bat into time. 275, 280 you really need to put England under pressure. So Rishabh Pant, Shardul Thakur, to a degree Umesh Yadav as well, who can score a few. These are very important wickets for India. Can they do this job? That's the call we will have to see post-lunch, will be the defining session of the test match. Rajoshi will analyze it post-day's play. I hope you've enjoyed our coverage of the Paralympics as well. We went flat out. I think we've done about 70 plus shows is what I was counting. Every day included, the build-up included, and that's quite a number with our breaking and all of it. We've tried to push the bar as far as Olympics and Paralympics coverage is concerned. Hope you've loved it. Tomorrow in the morning, I will fix that time with Trisha and tell you. We will do a summary, a wrap-up show of the Paralympic Games. And the story ends, but a new beginning is made. That's special show tomorrow. But before that, huge couple of hours coming up as far as the Indian batting effort. Can Rishabh and Shardul do the job? Thank you very much for watching.